Welcome back to the Ari and Bart Show, and today we're going to teach you our favorite recipe for steak and Cajun shrimp.
It's one of my favorite recipes, so let's get started. Okay, so here we go. I'll be cooking the steak, my wife will be cooking the shrimps. And when it comes to cooking the steak, I just like to keep it simple with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. As you can see there, I like to season it pretty heavily. I do use more salt, pepper, and garlic than what I do have here. I don't know why I had so little. And just make sure you season it pretty heavily, because on a thick steak, you won't get a chance to season basically the inside. So you want to make sure you get a nice season out throughout the whole steak and the outside, so you get a nice crust. You see me there pressing the salt and the pepper all the way down so that it could just infuse the whole steak. Okay, so here we got a cast iron skillet. And I like to use avocado oil and get it as hot as possible, so that when I put the steak, it has a nice, it gets that nice sear, just like you're gonna see now. There it is, and I like to press it down just to make sure that every inch of the steak is touching the pan. A big steak like this, which you can't see it here, but this is a 2-inch steak. I like to make sure I give it 2 minutes per side, and then an additional 30 to 35 seconds basting it with butter and garlic. And then if you want to add some thyme or rosemary, that's up to you. That would take it to the next level. Unfortunately, I didn't have any rosemary for this one, but it still came out amazing. So there it is. 2 minutes have passed. I flip it over, and I do use my phone timer just to make sure that I don't overcook the steak. I have a tendency sometimes of overcooking the steak. See me there flipping it over, not flipping it over, just to make sure that it's gonna get that really good crust on it, and that's what you want. You want to make sure that when you bite into it, the outer layer is a little crunchy, a lot of flavor, but the inside is nice and tender and soft. That's what you want. That's the description of the best steak you could ever eat. I just did that for you. Here I am, just checking to make sure that's 125, max 126, and then you let it rest, and then it's going to be a good medium to medium rare. There it is. Just the butter and garlic. I'm just basting it to make sure that it gets all that wonderful flavor. And this steak is pretty much done. There is the best crust you could ever see. It's right there. It looks burnt, but it's not. It's just nice and crunchy. And that's it. Now, one of the most important things when you cook a steak is to just relax and let it rest. Normally, you want to let it rest for 5 minutes just to make sure that all the juices go back to the center and the steak is going to relax and all the muscle fiber is just going to be nice and tender. So after that, I like to put some of the butter and garlic that was left over in the pan. There it is. If you can hear that sizzle. Okay, so now we're about to jump on the shrimp. So Ari, it's your turn.
Alright guys, it's my turn. So we're going to make the Cajun shrimp, and the shrimp that we bought already came peeled, but you can also use this recipe for the peel and eat if you choose to boil it with the skin on and then peel it later on. So we're starting with a half a stick of butter. This recipe calls for a pound of shrimp. Of course, if you want 2 pounds, you can double it. So here we are melting the half a stick of butter, and then we are going to add a 1/4 cup of your favorite lager beer, followed by 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So keep mixing everything around. Get your lemon juice ready. Everything is looking good. I'm just simmering it a little bit, letting everything mix while I get my lemon juice. Here we go, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And guys, if you really like spicy dishes, then you can add some dashes of hot sauce or whatever. But I'm telling you, this is spicy enough, at least for me. So next we're gonna do the half a tablespoon of garlic. So you can use garlic paste, you can use the minced garlic. I just use the minced garlic. So much easier. We're gonna do the Cajun seasoning. This is key here, half a tablespoon. We're gonna mix all that up. And this, of course, has some spices to it. I like a little spicy, but for me, actually adding the hot sauce was a little too much. So next we're gonna add the Worcestershire sauce. I don't even know how to pronounce that correctly. Worcestershire.
Who knows?
No idea. And that's gonna be a half a teaspoon of that. And for this, I am adding some crushed red peppers, a 1/4 teaspoon. But again, it is spicy. So next time I make this recipe, I can actually do without it. But I don't mind the spice. My kids do.
I liked it. So
yeah, it was really good. This is one of my favorite. So just mix this up, let it simmer. Then you'll add your shrimp in and let them cook. So, you know, they basically cook themselves. They have their internal temperature, not cook themselves, but they turn pink. They let you know when they're done, when they turn pink and they curl up. So that's basically what I do. I toss them in there, let them turn pink, flip them around halfway, and then I'll show you what we do next at the end. Alright guys, we're going to fast forward this, and at the end, I'm going to add a couple more things. Just hang tight. Okay, the shrimp look like they're done now, so I'm gonna add a couple dashes of that smoked paprika followed by fresh Italian parsley.
all right, so we are done. Stay for the rest of 5 minutes. Ari, tell me about these shrimps.
This is my favorite recipe. You can see us layering the shrimp here, and the sauce is amazing, very flavorful. I usually like to serve it in a bowl and let the shrimp sit there in the sauce.
Nice. So our kids were hungry.
So we're pairing it with some potatoes, and these are garlic butter rosemary potatoes. If you want to know the recipe, let us know, and we'll do that later on. We'll add it.
Yes, thank you guys for watching this. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you want us to do any other videos, please let us know. Again, thank you guys. Catch you guys in the next one, and you must try this at home. You won't regret it.
Awesome surf and turf. Can't go wrong.